Welcome to Beyond Your Blog. I'm Susan Maccarelli, the founder of Beyond Your Blog, and I'm guessing you're here because you want to see what we have to offer. So let me take you through a quick tour of the site, and you can zero right in on what you're looking for. We'll start over here with the About page. This is going to tell you a bit more about why I started Beyond Your Blog in 2014. The short version is that I had no idea as a blogger that other sites would even publish me. And when I found out that they would, I spent quite a bit of time and energy kind of stumbling through it before I figured out where I should be submitting and how I should be submitting. And I may have committed a few rookie mistakes along the way. What I found out was that the strategy of submitting my writing and being published outside of my personal blog really helps to start delivering on my blogging goals, which were things like gaining more readers and more followers. And the beauty is that whether your goals are just gaining more confidence as a writer, getting more subscribers or readers or followers, building your platform, sharing a message, or the list really goes on and on. Publishing your work beyond your personal blog can be just the thing to move you to that next level. And BYB is here to save you the hassle that I went through and open the doors to help you make the leap beyond your blog. If we go back up to the main menu, let's click on Articles. If I had a more exciting name for this, I'd use it. It needs a more exciting name because it's where a lot of the great content we offer lives. And this includes articles containing tips and tricks on submitting your writing and getting published. It also includes lots of great writing inspiration. And one of my favorite features, our interviews with editors, where editors share everything from payment details at their publication to their response times, what makes a submission stand out to them, and more. And I've interviewed editors everywhere from Scary Mommy and Huffington Post to Washington Post and the New York Times. We often talk with editors at smaller publications as well. So you're sure to find some resources of interest there. If you want to go to a specific type of article, you can just hover over that article item and go to tips and tricks, editor interviews, and so on. Our opportunities to submit will take you into our free directory of publications to submit your writing to. And you can search by niche or topic just by hovering like you see me doing here, or you can just click on it to see everything. We add new opportunities weekly, and you can sign up for our newsletter to see all of the new opportunities added each week. Let's look at a couple of listings so you can see the information that we capture. I'm going to go ahead and under opportunities, click on family and parenting specifically. And let's look at, we're going to choose one that is a paying publication, and I can tell that because of my little $sign here. Let's pick Brainchild Magazine. And here you can see a description of the publication, a link to it. You can see some payment information. If we have dollar values available, we will share those. You can see that there is not a reading fee here. The approximate wait time. You'll see if we know that they try to respond to all submissions, we'll include that. Sometimes we have information about whether they accept submissions from international writers. We'll include that if we know. And of course, a submission link. Also, in many cases, we will have maybe done an interview with the editor from that publication, and we'll include links to that or any other articles that might help you if you're considering submitting to that publication. The other type of opportunity that we share are anthologies and special editions, and those are going to be submission opportunities that have a deadline. So if someone's putting together an anthology and accepting submissions, or let's see, maybe it's a magazine that's doing a special edition, maybe a themed special edition, you'll find those types of things here. And let's just look at one as an example. How about Military Families, which is an anthology that Chicken Soup for the Soul is putting together. You can read a short description, and then you'll also have payment information if we know it, as well as other details. And you're always going to have your submission deadline here as well, and a link where you can go to find more information and actually submit something, as well as related links, which I mentioned earlier with the other type of submissions that we looked at. Next, if you're looking at the menu across the top, you'll find a link for our services. This is going to be our submission recommendations report service, and it's really ideal for bloggers who are new to submitting their writing or who want some fresh advice about where they should submit their writing to most efficiently work toward their writing goals. After an in-depth review of your writing samples or your blog, in a lot of cases that's what people want me to look at, I will deliver an in-depth report with 3 recommendations of publications for you to focus your writing submissions on. And I take into account your writing goals as well as the quality, the tone and style of the writing. And each report includes submission information as well as tips and follow-up Q&A with me as needed. And you can read more about that on this page. You'll also find an option in our menu to write for us here at Beyond Your Blog. We do pay for guest submissions, and although we are only able to accept a few each month, I welcome new writers and would love to see your work. My bonus to you is that if I do have to reject your submission, I always send along at least one suggestion for where else you might want to submit it. I'm going to click over here on advertising. If you have a product or service that is related to writing or blogging, publishing, submitting your writing, etc., and you'd like to advertise in my newsletter, you can find more information here. We have a great open rate for our newsletter that's about double the industry standard and a very targeted audience of writers and bloggers. Let's go back to our home page for just a minute. And as you scroll down on our home page, you will see some links to some other important resources like signing up for our newsletter, which I mentioned. This comes out on average about twice a month, so we definitely don't bombard you with email. And in it, we include the new opportunities we have added to our opportunity directory, as well as important industry news, updates from Beyond Your Blog, and opportunities to get involved on our site, as well as lots more. You'll also find a link here to join our Facebook group. There it is. And you'll find threads there on everything from writing opportunities and open calls to questions about submission etiquette and lots more. There's also a link here to Submission Savvy, which is my self-paced online course for bloggers who want to get step-by-step instruction on how to get published online. And I open registration periodically, but you can always visit this link to sign up or provide your information so that you can be notified the next time the course opens up. Finally, there's a few more goodies here in the footer, like our Hall of Fame right there, which lists winners of our periodic competition where members of my Facebook group submit their favorite posts published on sites other than their own blog, and then guest editors come in and select their favorites. So you can see some of the past guest editors and winners here, and watch the Facebook group for announcements about the next time that you can participate in this fun competition. Also in the footer, go back down through all these past winners. There's a featured on link, which will give you a list of links for places I have published additional blogging and publishing related content that may not be on Beyond Your Blog and you may want to read. And of course, our privacy policy and affiliate disclosure can be found here, as well as a contact us link. And I do love hearing reader feedback and want to hear from you on what we can do better, what you like, editors you'd like to hear from in the future, and topics you'd like to see covered. So feel free to reach out anytime.